You smile? You smile? Come here, Papa. You smile. Pull my face. No. I know. You just burped right in my face. That is not acceptable puppy behavior. That's my forehead. No, it's my mouth. No. Oh, those are just sunglasses, Papa. You're just beating up my face, man. Good morning. It's my bow. Don't get frustrated. Yeah. Good morning. How's everyone doing? I'm not tired, but my leg hurts and my head hurts, so it's not like the best day. I'll give you the ball back, I promise. Can you come here? I'll give you huggins. I know you're a good boy. You're a good boy. I have Loki with me right now. Yes, we all love the Lokes. So yeah, my head hurts and my hip hurts. I'm giving myself one more day. I keep icing and I'm taking Tylenol. It might have to come to a point where I have to see a doctor because I think I may be re-injured the surgery I had. I don't know. He's a All right. So, yeah, today I'm just going to be housekeeping, still doing work that needs to get done for the business. I was writing out lists yesterday off of what bags were popular for the convention, and I was talking to people about future orders, what they want, and things along those lines. Hello. Um, and I'm just playing with the Lokes. Um, Oh yeah, I'm taking it easy because you already know. Like, okay, so I had FAI surgery on my hip about 8, maybe 9 years ago. That's my ball. Oh, he keeps finding balls everywhere. I swear this dog knows when to drop a ball. Yeah. Hi, Loki. You want to say hi to everybody? No. Your head is massive. Yeah, I know. All right, here's the ball. Here's the ball. All right. All right, do your thing. So, I had the surgery. It basically happened because my son was 2, yeah, 10 years, because he's going to be 12. He was 2 and he was going up the stairs and he was like, look, mom. And he just kind of like, you know how like you see those people that are rock stars that fall back into the crowd? Well, he did that, but I caught him, pushed him forward, and I fell going up the stairs. So my leg was at a very bad disadvantage. And to me, it didn't really hurt that much because I was a gymnast and I've always been like really hyper flexible. But as the days progressed, my legs started hurting more and more, and I was walking with a very noticeable limp. It got so bad that I couldn't walk without holding a wall or holding on to something to get to point A to point B. So I went to a lot of like orthopedic specialists, and they were like, "There's nothing wrong. You're really young. You maybe just strained a muscle." None of them did a CT scan until this one doctor, he did it, and he's seen it in the x-rays, a CT scan, and MRI, that I tore some ligaments and that I chipped part of my hip bone. So they went in there and they do it through like small holes in your legs, and they did surgery. It took me a long time to recover from that surgery. And the reason why I don't look favorable on it is that I was at a very healthy weight in my eyes prior to having the surgery. After I had the surgery, I like spiraled into depression. Food became my comfort or whatever. So having this hip pain right now is like not only messing with me on the physical level, but the emotional and mental level, where I'm like, I don't want to spiral into having, I don't want to spiral into having the same situation. So I'm a self-sabotager by just who I am. Like, I will pretend something doesn't exist so that way I don't have to deal with it. And Kendall keeps telling me I need to go get an MRI down on my leg. My kids are like, yeah, because I've been saying my hip hurts on and off for the past 6 months, but to this week, I don't know what I did at the convention, but it hurts just to stand sometimes. Or there are moments like I was in the grocery store picking up some strawberries, when I'm walking where it feels like I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna collapse because I can't put weight on the leg fully. Um, so I know I need to get it checked out. I just my the person that did my orthopedic surgery, he has retired, so I need to find a new orthopedic specialist, and I just don't want to go through that whole process again. And maybe something is just that it's arthritis and I need to take medicine, but I'm stuck in in my head. I feel like it's something more because last time I thought it was nothing and it turned out to be this big thing and big ordeal, and it took me so long to heal from. I know, I know. I know, and Julie has hardware in her leg too, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I have freaked out with the snowstorm because I was like, if I have arthritis in my hip, I'm to me, I feel like people that have say they have arthritis, they have to be in the like 90. Okay, you're gonna make fun of me. I don't think you're old until you're 90. And even then, I have known some older people that were in their 90s that have done things more actively than I have in my whole entire life. So it just I feel like I know there's children that have major arthritis and stuff like that. There was a study that I was watching where this young lady, they thought that her migraines were triggered by her menstrual cycle. But she accidentally had a head injury where she had like a massive goose egg when she was like 2 years old. Like, she hit her head in the corner or something, right? She didn't have a concussion, she didn't have anything. But because there was like a small crack in her skull and that went undetected, she has arthritis in her head. So when the temperatures flex or there's a storm coming in, it's not a migraine, it is arthritis in her skull. And I'm watching this study, I'm reading this study, I'm like, what the that has to be like the most excruciating thing. And she's like 14. Um, so yeah. Yeah, and you have hardware in your foot too, so you guys know what's up. When it acts up, it can kind of get you scared because the recovery the surgery is not the scary part. It's the recovery. The recovery, no one prepares you for the pain. No one prepares you for you not being how you were prior, even in pain. Like, I will be more active than I am now than after surgery. That I had 3 C-sections, and I'm gonna tell you right now that hip surgery was the worst experience of my life. Like, I wasn't prepared because you use your legs for freaking everything. Um, so I wasn't prepared. Kendall wasn't prepared. We were not prepared, and like it wasn't the best. So he's curling up into his little Loki ball to go to sleep on the couch. He like grabs all these pillows and like builds like this weird fort or nest around him, and he sleeps in the middle of it. Like, he doesn't actually sleep on the pillows. He just wants them around him. And I think it's because he doesn't have a lot of fur and he gets cold easily. So hello. So yeah. You saw your doctor yesterday. Oh, Jiminy, I'm not gonna lie, the epidurals are not my thing. I could handle a lot. Like, I can handle like getting stitches without like anesthesia. There's a lot I can handle. But that epidural, I've had 3 of them, and all 3 were not the best scenarios. So- and I will. It will take it will take a small army to hold me down willingly, or they have to drug me. So, and I'm one of those people that, again, I'll have like a migraine and tell you guys I have a migraine, but don't take any medicine for it because I don't. My dad's an alcoholic, okay? So I know addiction runs in the family and addiction is real. So I don't take anything that helps alleviate a lot of pain because I'm afraid that I'll become addicted to it. And I already talked to my therapist and a psychiatrist about it, and they actually say think it's quite rational. Uh, that you're afraid of that because you've seen things that you should have seen as a young person. So like I'm one of those people that I'll just like ride out the pain. But I'm gonna tell you right now, epidurals are not the jam. They're not the jam. Like they make it look so easy in the TVs, and it's not. Aw, yeah, it's cute. You have hardware in your feet and hip, constant pain in your feet. I know. I can only imagine. That has to be incredibly hard. Good morning. I'm so sorry for everyone. Anyone that has hardware in them, and I know it's weird that that's what I call it, but as soon as I started messing around with backs and everyone was like hardware, I just started associating hardware with the metal that I have in my legs, in my one leg. But yeah, that stuff, you don't there's no way for them to tell you whether or not you're gonna have arthritis 1 week from now or 10 years from now. There's just no way for them to know. So the pain in those is bad because it could spiral to different things. It can make you less active, which can make you lose have your muscles go into atrophy. It can have you gaining weight. It can have you losing weight. It can have you be depressed. You can start getting anxiety because you're being less active than you normally are. So it spirals into different things. And I do implore you, if you are a person that is suffering with like arthritis or you have hardware in you, and it's painful, go to the doctor and also talk to someone, if it's a counselor or just a friend or someone you just trust. Talk to someone because pain can make you do things that you necessarily want to do. It happens. We all go through it. We all have some kind of version of pain, and some of us can handle it really well, or we think we do, and we're just compartmentalizing our feelings, and it could lead to something more dangerous in the future. So definitely talk to people about it. That's why I'm talking right now because I'm like, I woke up this morning, I was like, Kendall, I don't know what to do. And he's like, it's okay for you to have days off. You need to stop feeling guilty. Um, my kids do have a half day, so that's pretty cool. Me and Hope watch Abbott Elementary, and there's like 4 episodes we haven't seen. So we're probably gonna binge watch that either before or after she goes to karate. So I'm really excited to see that. I really like that show. I just got a hip to it this year. I didn't know about it, so we binge watched all of them, and I love that show. I know, I know. I'm sorry. I had to do the mental health PSA because I speak to a psychiatrist. I do have a therapist, and there are lines in Maryland that you could talk to just like random people or even like not they're not random, but they're professionals that you can text that you don't have to do anything. You could say, "Hey, I feel really sad right now," or I have anxiety right now. I don't know what to do, and they're called Grassroots in Maryland, and you could text them where you don't even have to verbally talk to anybody. And it's something that it's offered for free for the state of Maryland. So I'm not sure in every state, but hopefully in every state there's some kind of like mental health, um, someone you could talk to. And then it's also cool to have someone in the sewing world because it just I don't know. I find when you have things in common with people, it's easier to, talk to them about stuff. Like Julie has hardware. I have hardware. No trippy mate. Julie has hardware. I have hardware. But if we both weren't sewing and going to Sew Magical and whatever, we probably would have never known that about each other. So it creates a kind of like a bond where you're like, okay, somebody else is experiencing the same thing as me. So yes, chronic pain is a challenge. Yeah, especially like it sucks. Okay, so yesterday my Epson printer came in, and I'm excited. Kendall's going to do it. Put it together today. I'm looking for my SD cards for my old camera. My new body does fit all my camera lenses. I almost like did a toy. You know what is it? The Toyota jump when they jump in the air and they freeze. Um, my hip could prevent that, but in my mind I did it, so therefore it happened. um so my new body of my camera fits all my old lenses, and I'm really excited. I need to find the SD cards. um Kindle put them somewhere, so he's searching for them when he comes home today, and then I can start video in my bags or whatever, so that way I could put them on Etsy. I've been getting like a ton. I feel like this weird pressure because I have been getting like a ton of likes on my shop, but I haven't opened up my shop yet because I've been waiting to upload some videos to put the new stuff. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna do okay, because he has to take the laser printer out. So what Kindle's gonna do is gonna take we have like a unhealthy amount of printers because I can never find the right one. So my friend Christina told me that you could take your printers to Staples and they'll recycle them for free. So he has to take out all these printers and then he's going to put the Epson in. So I was going to put it up to yesterday, but then I realized we have this massive laser printer that weighs more than one of my kids. And he needs to take all of these printers out and recycle them so we can put the Epson printer in. And I'm like really, really excited about this. I might be just printing stuff randomly. I talked to someone yesterday, and this is like I told you, I can't, even when I'm not working, I'm working. I talked to someone yesterday, and I already have Patreon's badges for the month of April, and I'm excited because I'm like a month ahead, and I'm working on May's right now. So I'm really, really excited about that. I am digitizing this one embroidery file for an order. That's what I was doing. And then I was rewatching Outlander yesterday because I was trying to get some inspiration on a bag. I got the one that's a step, I think it's the 4800 or the one above the 4800. One of those two. Yes, you guys are absolutely right. It's very important because people don't want to talk about mental health because it's a it's a taboo thing. We've been like it's ingrained into us for hundreds of thousands of years that it's something that doesn't exist. Think about it. Just like in the 1800s, in the even early 1900s, when a woman had anxiety, they thought it was hysteria. And the treatments for hysteria are pretty interesting, but because they're from lobotomy to some grown-up stuff with the doctor. Yeah, just look it up. I promise you'll enjoy it. So, um, it's interesting. Just like 100 years ago, like women were labeled as a person that had mental health or depression or anxiety was hysteria. So it's something that's been ingrained into us as something that doesn't exist. And if you come from a super family that's super religion, they can even use this against you in the religions. So like it's something that I do see now has like a really big spectrum and that more and more people are talking about it. And I think that's a good thing. Yeah, bloodletting. Yeah, dude, I know. The medical history is crazy. There was like frontal lobe lobotomies. I'm like, it would just be like, let me drill in your head. It'll stop your hysteria. Awesome. So like, and it's cool. And then there's also like people that identify as male have it really hard too because it's hard. They're not supposed to show emotions like that. It's not masculine. So I mean, it's something that I feel like each generation is working on and it's getting better and better. But it's interesting looking that just 100 years ago what they thought mental health was and how they treated it and to what we have now we have came leaps and bounds and it's going to be interesting to see it's probably going to be interesting for whenever I have grandkids if they have children to see what what has transpired since then too. So um yeah, so I got the Epson printer that's already working. I just wanted to get to my SD cards and if he doesn't find them I'm going to hurt him. I love you, Kindle, if you don't find them. This is my serious face. Because those SD cards cost like $90, and I'm like, I do not want to buy another one. So I have that. I have my camera, and I'm gonna get my thing set up. I wanted to do a video sometime next week of showing like how I do my lighting and my box light. Because I know somebody was asking me about that. It'll be a very short video because the my room is very interestingly how it's set up. Like there's reasons why I film on two machines versus three. There's reasons why I can't show like some things because everything's tightly packed. So it'll be you'll be distracted by the thing next to what I'm trying to teach you. It's very easy. Like you'll be like, "What is this? What is this?" Because like there's like an array of different toys. I like having to find like different things that could help my sewing adventure. I did get notification from Sally Tomato yesterday, which was hilarious because I was like, "What did I order from Sally Tomato?" They have an apricot box that they were posting about December of 2023 and January of 2024, and it's supposed to be the color of the year. And the box is called Apricot Crush, and it's a countdown of 14 gifts, and it starts on April 1st. And I totally forgot I bought that for myself for after Christmas because that's how they were soliciting it, like an after Christmas gift. So that's going to be shipped out, and I'm like really excited because I completely forgot about it, like unbelievably. You're just listening to part of Outlander about leeches, yeah, yeah. I'm doing it because I found this really cool Jamie's Clan print that I had in my stash, and I guess it came from Twisted Needle Textile, which is no longer available. They're no longer in business. And I did. If you guys are a Maggie 55 group, if you look up my name, I did a Sweet Juliet with that print and the TARDIS print. The I mean not the TARDIS. The clan print wasn't. I didn't fussy cut it good enough, and I wanted to redo that and make it with leather accents. So I wanted to challenge myself to make a bag that I made prior, like 2, 3 years ago, and see if I can make it better and have pictures side by side to see like this is the improvement. Because the great thing about sewing is that there's no such thing as a perfection. It's just progression. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, middle history is crazy. I know, the vision thing is pretty crazy, like, the things that they did. You know what I was watching too? Okay, sometimes when I'm, like, off and I'm, like, chatting up trying to get, like, information for Patreon or what my next video is, I'm gonna be filming the Louis because 'cause I've got a lot of people asking me to film the Louis from Oak Creation, and you already know Tara has my heart, so I asked her, she was like, "Yeah, you already know." I'm a tester of hers, so she allows me to do any of her back patterns to do videos. And so I was talking to her about the Louis. She was giving me permission, and then I was watching something else, and I was watching these people change their eye color through a tattoo, and how many of them go blind? Like there's like a 65% chance that you'll go blind by these color tattoos. And I'm like, why the hell would you do that? Right. And I get it. It might be an aesthetic. There was this one guy that looked really cool. He has his tattoos and his implants to look like a reptile. And at first I was like, you're scary as heck. But then the more and more I looked at him, he's like kind of a piece of art. It may not be your kind of art that you like, but body modifications are art to those people. So he has his like tongue split, but he wanted Virginia. Virginia. So he had his eyes like filled it in with white. His eyes were brown, and they did filled it in with white to get this reptile thing. And he wound up being able to see out of his left eye, but not his right. But I was watching all of them, so I went in a rabbit hole in deep diving on tattoo eyeballs. It's not something I would ever do, but it's just like I like to know about weird stuff. I don't know. I'm one of those people that once I get down that rabbit hole, it's done. It is completely done. I want to know more. The more I can know, I don't know. I'm just weird like that. I was also in this rabbit hole where this guy, he's in Florida and he lives near the Everglades, and he is one of the people that are like has like a license or something where he can kill pythons and like anacondas that are running amok because they're whatever. And he was camping out, and like this this big like python like extended it and like put his foot in his mouth, like while he was asleep. I was like, oh hell no, right? I was like, I'm afraid of snakes, but I'll watch any snake documentary because I'm a weird. This makes zero sense, but I believe the more I know about something, the less I'll be afraid of it. It's actually quite the opposite because I know a lot about orcas and I watch a lot of things about it, and all it proves to me is that I feel like they can dominate the planet if they wanted to. But I feel like if I'm afraid of something, then I need to learn more and more about it. I don't know why I've always had that like instinct to learn more about things I'm afraid of. So yeah, it was eyeballs yesterday and pythons. And there's this guy in the UK and he in Europe that goes around um if there's like a poisonous snake in someone's house, he's not in the UK. Where was he? I gotta figure out where he is. There's a lot of cobras there. So I want to say it's some part of the Asian um continent. He'll go in and get the snake from your house, whether it's in the house, in your garden or whatever, and then like rehome it somewhere else into like the jungle or whatever. And he is pretty cool. I don't think I could do what he does, and he does it for free. And then there's another one that's in West Africa that does like South Africa that does it. Like if there's like a black mamba or a green mamba or something that is in your house or on your property, instead of you trying to kill it or get hurt, they go in there and capture it and release it to the wild. I'm from California, Jonathan. That's my brother's name too. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of needles either. I would get another tattoo in a heartbeat though, but I've planned out like the 3 tattoos that I wanted for like years. Like I won't do something on my body unless I've wanted it for years. Um Good morning, BJ. Um I say dude a lot, Jonathan. So if you'll start hearing the California. I just don't do the likes as much as my family does. Um so, like and I said it right afterwards. So yeah, that's what I was watching yesterday. Things about snakes and tattoos and eyeballs. It's it has nothing to do with sewing, but I was doing sewing stuff. Doing sewing things, but yeah. I'm really, I'm kind of excited to see what I have for the month of March. I just gotta get over this pain or at least get on a Tylenol, like, regimen that can help with the pain. It is not the business, BJ. I went to the grocery store and I was walking around like I got into a car accident. It's a noticeable limp and then it kind of makes you a little like self-conscious, like you're like, are people looking at me? So but I'm gonna ice it some more today. I have this really cool thing that it's a wrap that you wrap around. You put ice in this bucket and it feeds the water through this tube and it wraps around your legs and it helps reduce inflammation. So I'm going to try to do that today and then do some heat therapy and then take some Tylenol extra strength. I'm not supposed to take ibuprofen or aspirin. I have like an allergic reaction to them. My family makes fun of me because I'm allergic to everything. I wind up getting like swelling of the tongue, eyelids. So if you ever see my eyelids ever really, really swollen, it's not that I just woke up. It's because I probably took ibuprofen or Tylenol, like ibuprofen or aspirin, and it makes things swell. I'm not supposed to take it like at all. My mom's allergic to it, and her mom was. It's just something that runs in our family. But if the pain gets bad, I usually take it because takes away that inflammation. But man, it takes away the inflammation, but then causes inflammation and swelling in my face and sometimes in my hands. It's really weird. So I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna eat these strawberries that I bought, and that's cool. So I'm gonna eat these strawberries and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I hope everyone has a really good day and you're able to accomplish anything that you want. If you can't, it's perfectly fine. You can do it tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all later and I hope everyone has an awesome day. Bye. You sleepy so